Y'all know before we ask them out for life out there. Hope you guys having a blessed day. Make sure you subscribe to that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Now, the situation in court SSG has just gotten way out of control. This shit is too crazy. And I know a lot of people was in denial. They didn't think he was going to be arrested. They didn't think nothing was going to happen to him. But let me tell you something. All that shit about him planning on going to Dubai way before then and all the other bullshit. Let me tell you something. The moment I would have heard or found out that I had a warrant for my arrest and these charges brought up against me, I would have been got me a lawyer. I would have had this shit nipped in the bud. If I'm truly innocent, I'm not finna be just mocking the police and trying to be funny and try to build up fame or whatever the case may be, just to gain clout off of some nonsense that's truly making you look crazy. He forgets that he has kids. The way this dude move, you'll forget that he even has kids. He don't even act like a father. Man, let's get right into the video. Goddamn.
So Corey has officially been booked in a Harris County facility. As you can see here, his booking date was yesterday, January 16th. Corey turned himself in around 7 p.m. last night. Now, according to court documents, it appears that Corey has a bond set at $100,000. Now, I'm not sure if that's just for one case, since he does have two, which would make it $200,000 bond. Now, if you guys are not familiar with bonds, when you go to a bail's bondsman, they normally require you to put down like 10%. So in order for Corey to get out, it appears that he's going to have to put up $20,000. And it doesn't appear that Corey obtained his own lawyer because he was signed a public defender. Now, there's a lot of back stigma about public defenders because, of course, a lot of them help the courts out. So they really just want you to plea out.
And let me tell you something for a lot of people. Yeah, you automatically will be assigned a public defender, but it has to go through your financial records. But on a aspect, think about it. He said he found $3 million or some shit in a bank account that he didn't even know about because he just got so much money. Then he's selling people cars for $60,000 allegedly. And you mean to tell me you didn't have a lawyer to speak out on your behalf? Forget what everybody else saying. You didn't have a lawyer to speak on your behalf just because you said, oh, the lawyer that was over here was playing around. So he said he went and got him a Caucasian lawyer. How come your lawyer ain't speak out and say, hold up, y'all ain't finna do this to my client? Especially if you got $3 million you supposed to be found, right? He just comes off like an habitual liar. He comes off as if he just ain't authentic. There's something perverse and erratic about his behavior. He doesn't act like a father at all. I'm telling you right now, the way this dude moving ain't even about that. Because I know myself being a father and other fathers out there, if you're away from your kids, that's going to be your main objective. Not to flee to another country and tell them I'm going to live in Dubai when your kids are in the U.S. That is nonsense. I would never even move like that.
Plead guilty, and so they can get over with the case and be on to the next one. They're not really there to fight for you. Now, I don't want to talk bad on all public defenders because I'm not really familiar with them, but I'm just telling you guys what most people think about public defenders. But it doesn't appear that Corey has the money to pay for a lawyer. I mean, according to the financial documents that were filed with the court, he doesn't have any monthly income coming in right now. As you can see, his total income is $0. So,
and my thing is this, that is not a flex. Some people trying to go, he hiding his money. No, I ain't about no hiding no money. If your ass is in this type of situation, this ain't the time for you to be hiding shit. Time for you to make sure that you get this shit taken care of as fast as possible. You don't even want this shit to linger because it makes you look bad, like you fled to another country to avoid penalty. This ain't the time for you telling me he hide his money because no, this ain't that situation. This ain't money laundering. This ain't that type of shit. What is going on with people in their mindset? This is a kidnapping. It's like a lot of people be trying to make sense of it. It doesn't make sense. And yes, it's two Caucasian girls that were 18, 19, whatever how old they really were. Regardless, you could have been left them where they were. If they was trying to set you up, that's they people. Thompson had to go get their stuff and leave it somewhere. No. All you had to do, if you had homeboys with you, your OG, you always saying with you, why you couldn't just say, oh, you know what? I'm finna go take an Uber, take it to the crib. My OG gonna come bring y'all shit and drop it off. Or you can call the cops and say, I'm finna do an exchange, and I just want to make sure that a police officer is present for the exchange. There's so many ways that you could have did this. But I just think people don't think.
So now, an affidavit of financial condition for a criminal case is a sworn statement that lists a defendant's assets, debts, and income, and it's a key document in a criminal case and may be used to determine if a defendant is eligible for a court-appointed counsel, which Corey does have because he was appointed that public defender. So now, according to these public documents, it states that Corey is living in Katy, Texas with a friend or family. He's been there for 3 years, so stating that he's full-time employed as a content creator. He's been
You live with family. Suppose we got all these millions of dollars. Why you have to be living? And it's not even something to be proud about to try to, make sure that you get a public defender. Because if you found random millions in a bank account or whatever the case may be, Nick, I would have a lawyer on deck. I wouldn't even be playing around like that. This shit wouldn't even made it to the light of day if it was me. If I had that kind of money, so-called, that he's trying to say that he has. But this dude been caught lying so many times with the raffle shit, with everything. Now, he probably do have a solid case with Danny, who put his information out there, but I think she knew he was about to crash. That's why she did it anyway. She was like, man, this dude ain't finna make it long. And he proven himself to be a freaking fool, bro. A straight up idiot.
been employed for 9 years and 7 months, doesn't have any debts or assets. But now Corey has previously stated that he had real estate in Alabama. So I'm wondering what happened to all that, because that's not listed here on these financial conditions. Now, another document that was posted is the court directive order. As you can see here, the other is check, stating that electronic monitoring device shall be installed prior to defendant's release from Harris County custody. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it means that if Corey is released on bond, then he will probably or will be wearing an ankle monitor so they can know where he's at all times. Now, there are a lot of conditions to having to wear an ankle monitor. One being that you have to be in at a certain time, being that they give him a curfew. And sometimes that curfew is like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. So now
y'all can't lie. It's almost as if when Carmen left this dude for good, he just continued going straight downhill. It's almost like he couldn't stay afloat. He jumped from relationship to relationship. He's supposedly in a relationship while he was messing with the 2 white girls. It's like, it just ain't making no damn sense. Then he want to go bowling at a location that he know that people probably be at. If that's what he's, conveying, why would you go somewhere completely, utterly different that wouldn't ever put you in alignment with these individuals?
also filed paperwork with bond conditions. So let's just read all that would apply to Corey. First states, defendant shall personally appear in court on time every time this case is set on the court's docket, unless the judge waives the appearance. Another one states, defendant shall commit no crime and shall not engage in any conduct that could result in his arrest. Another one that is checked here states, defendant is to surrender his or her passport for temporary deposit with the treasurer or register of the court as instructed by supervising agency, and provide the agency with proof of that surrender. So that means that Corey will have to give up his passport, so he will no longer be able to travel out of the country. Exactly. Now let's look at what they have listed as his travel restrictions. It says, defendant travel is restricted as follows: must remain within Harris County, Texas, and its surrounding counties: Brazoria, Chambers, Fort Bend, Galveston, Liberty.
When you just think about everything that this dude has to deal with and put up with, it's mainly due to his own actions. This is your own actions. This ain't nobody else's fault but your own. because there's so many like variables and so many different angles that you could have took to avoid getting these charges. Now you got to be on house arrest. Now you can't travel outside the country. Now you got to have certain conditions. Now you got a public defender. Now they saying you ain't making no money. Now all this shit, and you looking like a straight up liar. Even if you do bond out, it just looks crazy. Now you got to go to all these court dates. Now you got to prove your case. Don't get me wrong. Things happen to innocent people all the time. But in this particular situation, it made no sense for you to keep their shit. It made no sense for you just to leave their ass at the bowling alley if that was the case. Just because you had their shit. You could have did a police exchange. If you want your shit, I'm going to give it to you to the police exchange, like where the police is present. And you can come get your items. You could have easily did that. Stop thinking you smart because you start looking dumb and idiotic and foolish and redundant. Man, this don't make no damn sense, man. You cannot make this shit up. This is straight up stupid. Dude, bring it back, but you oppose this
Now,
character.
there too on that day of.
Let's see when
I
he
just see
brought.
a car circling around the car over there. Close to the gas station over here. So these two white girls, long story short, y'all, they're trying to set me up.
He just says dumb things to me. It's dumb. Ain't no proof. Where's the proof gonna be that they try to set you up? Because you said that they shared your location car. If you watch that video when he was doing a whole series, he showed everything else but that. Why you couldn't go on your phone and say, "Oh, this was the when they shared my location, I took a screenshot of it." You didn't show that, but you showed everything else, right? Text messages that didn't really even look and appear as if they were trying to set you up. It is like they were just telling you, you know what, you're acting erratic, you're acting weird. I'm gonna go ahead and you can go. They even told you can leave. They didn't say just your friends, they told you can leave. I'm telling you, man, this shit don't make no damn sense. It doesn't make any sense. Who the hell want to put themselves in a situation like this? Who? Let me take this off right quick. Let me show y'all this right quick. Let me show you how they gonna look at it, the police force. Now it says records show Pritchett was in custody on Friday and is scheduled for another court hearing on January 21st. Before his arrest, Pritchett mocked his legal troubles in a video posted on TikTok from Dubai, waiting for the FBI and HPD to come pick me up. Let me tell you something. They don't take shit lightly when you do that. They don't take things lightly when you mock them, when you play games. He just made shit worse. Instead of taking the women home, they told police Precious sped west on I-10 at 100 miles per hour, pointed a gun at them, took their phones and said, "I'm going to blank y'all and then blank y'all." Court workers state he stopped on the side of the road near, what's that, like Silly? Ordered them out of the car and said, "This is your only opportunity." You could have been, you could have left them at the bowling alley. You could have left them at the bowling alley. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. This shit is truly and utterly sad. And it just shows you that when a person is crashing out, you can always see the signs before then. It's a lot of unstable, erratic, perverse, redundant, obscene behavior. Goddamn, man. I'm up.